MMORPGs are some of the biggest and most ambitious games on PC. Across hundreds of games, MMOs rake in $10 billion a year and reach an audience much higher than that.
This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description.
Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the top 15 insane upcoming MMORPG games in 2022. MMOs have come a long way from the text-based multi-user dungeons they evolved from. To celebrate that awesome lineage and help you decide which one is actually worth your time, we've rounded up the best MMORPGs that you can play right now. Whether you want to kick some ass as some sort of human-cat hybrid or conquer the galaxy as a ruthless dictator, the MMORPGs on this list represent the best the genre has to offer. So here are 15 MMORPG games that will take you out of this world. Camelot Unchained. Camelot Unchained is an Arthurian fantasy MMORPG taking place after an apocalyptic event known as First Breaking of the World. Eons ago, the veil was pierced. The veil was the only border between our world and a stranger, more magical world beyond. These storms tore across the earth and changed everything. Abominations and new races were forged from the fires of magic and winds of the veil storms, creating something new out of humanity. Sometimes the changes made them stronger. Usually, the unchecked magic made humans into monsters. Crimson Desert. Set in the world Pywell, your job is to travel to the different regions, uniting them under your cause and recruiting allies. The King of Demenis, unifier of lands, lies in a coma. In the ensuring power vacuum, those who have suffered under his iron rule now seeks to exploit his weakness. Some who felt the oppression of his conquest seeks only independence, but others dream of gaining their own absolutist rule. In this new power vacuum, you need to step in and earn yourself a slice of glory. Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal provides a brand new story that takes place between Diablo 2 and 3 and sees you trying to prevent Diablo's minions from resurrecting him. In fact, it's the fragments of the World Stone itself, which was destroyed during Diablo 2, that the evil powers are striving to gather together. Frozen Flame. Unknown powers have awoken you from the ageless sleep so you may return once again to shape the destiny of the realm you passed from long ago. The world of Arcana is dying, beset by the calamity that is the Frozen Flame, and yet there is hope. You must explore a vast, mysterious, and hostile world as it distorts and decays at the touch of the unleashed powers of the Frozen Flame. Overcome harsh environmental conditions, slay great beasts of legend, and step-by-step retake the land from the curse of the Frozen Flame. Your actions directly influence how events unfold over time and the ultimate fate of Arcana. Undone. Undone is an open-world cooperative action game from Tencent. It's set in a world that has become overrun by zombies, leaving players to scramble around cautiously, doing their utmost to survive. The zombies won't be the only dangers to contend with, however. In addition to PvE, players will also have to battle against other survivors in PvP exchanges. It promises to be an extremely dangerous world to inhabit, so it would be wise for players to team up with others to increase their chances of survival. They will need to scavenge the giant open-world map for resources, which can be used to craft supplies and weapons for battling against the undead hordes and other players alike. Chrono Odyssey. Chrono Odyssey, which is formerly known as Project S, is an epic fantasy, massively multiplayer online RPG about time and space. This project visualizes the story of members of the special organization Dragon waging a huge war against 12 gods. In Chrono Odyssey, players can experience a vast world with immersive stories, universe, and realistic graphics. Moreover, players can also enjoy unique job systems, maps that transcends time and space, random dungeon utilizes multiple spaces, large-scale RVR content, high strategies, and excellent combat actions. Path of Exile 2. Path of Exile 2 is a massive expansion to the base game. It features a graphical overhaul, new ascendancy classes, the gem system rework, and a brand new story campaign that takes place 20 years after Kitava's death. This will serve as the new bridge into PoE's endgame mapping system. The Day Before. In the upcoming game, players will be thrown into a world that has succumbed to the zombie infection. To survive, players would have to deal with all the infected by scavenging for supplies and taking shelter on abandoned houses and buildings. However, apart from zombies, players would also have to deal with other survivors competing for valuable resources. Before we go on to the next amazing games on this list, like this video, smash that subscribe button, and click that notification bell right now, or you will get swarmed by zombies and be betrayed by your teammates. Embers Adrift. Embers Adrift, formerly known as Saga of Lucimia, is a purely PvE MMORPG set in a medieval world. It does not feature any PvP mode, instead putting the emphasis on PvE with dungeons, raids, and open-world content. There is no major hub quest or minimap so that players can roam around freely and discover the world at their own pace. Rulers of the Sea. Rulers of the Sea is a historical sandbox MMORPG set in 1750. Players can manage an entire family in one of the 760 port cities and capitals worldwide. Choosing their career among 40 available, each character needs to study before joining a career, even if it is to sail off to the new world. Rulers of the Sea is more of an RPG you can play with friends than an MMORPG where the sole goal is to log in to complete your weekly raid. Everyone can control several characters and become a lawyer, governor, cartographer, or just go hunt whales. Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation promises a dynamic open world where the NPCs come and go depending on the actions of the players. They can either help develop the world and its political and societal landscape, or burn everything to the ground. While Ashes of Creation seems great on paper, we are still waiting for its official release. The game is currently in closed alpha, meaning it is already in a playable state. 2 additional alpha phases and 2 beta rollouts should follow before the game is fully released. Fingers crossed, Ashes of Creation will have a release date before the end of 2022. Pioneer. Pioneer is a post-apocalyptic MMO FPS with RPG and survival elements. The goal is to survive on a Soviet island separated from the mainland by a large-scale technogenic anomaly. Of course, that means fighting off weird-looking enemies and scouting for survivors in a devastated wasteland. The main goal of Pioneer is to survive and explore the world. The game includes a crafting system, weapon customization, underground labs filled with mutants, as well as raids and PvP modes. Lost Ark. Embark on an odyssey for the Lost Ark in a captivating world of endless depth. Discover wonders at every corner of the map and in every city, castle, and catacomb. Your adventure will lead you into many battles, alone and with allies. Delve into chaos dungeons, go head-to-head in expert PvP duels, test your mettle on epic quests, raid against bosses big and small, and hold your own in the fight against the Demon Legion to reclaim the eternal power and light of the Lost Ark. Starborn Frontiers. Starborn Frontiers is a new space strategy MMO based on the universe of Starborn. The original Starborn game is a tactical 4X MMO in which players lead a stellar empire and have to fight against thousands of other players to take control of the galaxy. Basically, it is like Civilization, but in space and with way more players. Starborn Frontiers takes the existing world of Starborn but adds more of the RPG twists to the RTS game. The game will feature both PvP and PvE elements, and players will have the opportunity to team up to defeat harder opponents. Starborn Frontiers is still pretty mysterious, but we should have more information before it's launched in May 2022. Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons is the third expansion pack for Guild Wars 2. Players will discover Kantha, an old land ruled by the Empire of the Dragon. End of Dragons brings additional mechanics to the game with 9 new elite specializations, 1 for every profession. This expansion also introduces fishing, portable boats you can take anywhere, a guild hall, and a new generation of legendary weapons. Well, there you have it, 15 MMORPGs that will transport you into another world. What do you think makes MMOs so fun? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below.
If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.